I spent hours visiting an era almost a decade before I was even born. The archival properties of black and white photos are around 75 years if the photos were processed properly. These were. After 60 years, except for some yellowing of the paper, these pictures were almost as good as the day they were first viewed. But what about the future? How much longer would they last? I decided to preserve the photos digitally. After scanning 400 photos, I sorted and indexed them. The 2 albums contained many of the same photos. The result was 271 different photographs. I wondered if others might enjoy seeing these photos. I thought they would. In 2001, I sold a CD containing 269 photos in various files and formats and included several indices. The response from the purchasers were very positive, but most wanted information about each of the photos and about the fair itself. Almost a year later, I decided to start over. I rescanned the original photos at higher resolutions and spent months doing research. With a lot of help from others, I produced this book and much more informative and an enjoyable CD. I hope you enjoy this collection as much as I do. Paul-van-dort, Sparks, Nevada. Now, I wanted to share this with our listeners because that just tells the story, how he came upon the photos, and they were actually a part of his life as a boy and growing up. And in addition to that, the research that he did is incredible. One of the pages that I like the most is the map of the World's Fair. But he focuses on all the different aspects of this particular fair. From the government zone, which was it was divided into 3 different sections. The first section was spread over the entire zone, and it contained buildings that were erected as standalone pavilions for individual countries. And then the second section was centrally located around the Lagoon of Nations. There were 7 groups of attached buildings collectively known as the Hall of Nations. And so he actually diagrams this out and shows each of these areas and all the countries that were part of this magnificent event. In addition to this, as you go through the book, and you hear me turning the pages because I'm sharing it actually as I'm looking through the book with our listeners. The Hall of Nations, he shows each individual country and the exhibits that took place at this event. The government zone, the Court of States, so there were sections for each state that was participating. There was a communication and business zone section, and it was interesting because as I was looking through, you get to see some of the information about the featured technology by AT&T and the Bell systems. And there was information about Mercury and the spirit of electricity. A lot of these exhibits that took place were things that were going to happen in the future for them, but they are currently part of our life today. So this book becomes actually invaluable. Everything from the technology and the science to fashion and textiles and buildings and various different corporations that you heard of, but you didn't realize actually got their start in public interest at the World's Fair. So this is an amazing book, and we're encouraging all of our listeners to, if you don't have a copy or if you would like to get one, to look at the 1939 New York World's Fair Photo Collection by Paul-van-dort. We'll be providing links on our website at storytellerscampfire.org. Simply click on the Author's Voice page, and we have links directly to the book itself. I want to thank all of our listeners for joining us at Storytellers Campfire and our sponsors who make our program possible. And a big thank you to Paul-van-dort for his amazing book and all the work that he put into preserving history. And also, Paul made a wonderful donation through the World's Fair Preservation Society to Storytellers Campfire Library, which we have a wonderful collection of his work. This is Lady Selah SuJuris saying good night, and we will see you back at the campfire next time.
On May 12th at 12 noon Pacific Time, Storytellers Campfire will present a Campfire Musicians segment with an interview with Matthew Sabatella and the Rambling String Band, and featuring several of their musical selections. With vocals, guitar, banjo, fiddle, mandolin, bass fiddle, and a wealth of traditional American folk songs, Matthew Sabatella and the Rambling String Band bring the spirit of America's past into the present. You'll find Storytellers Campfire radio program on partnering radio broadcast stations, including international radio, digital, HD, and satellite radio, as well as internet radio such as Spreaker, Blog Talk Radio, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Tumblr, and SoundCloud. And you'll find links to our programs on social media such as YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and LinkedIn. Visit Storytellers Campfire online at www.storytellerscampfire.org and click on the Campfire Musicians page for more information. Join Storytellers Campfire radio program on May 12th at 12 noon Pacific Time for the Campfire Musicians segment with Matthew Sabatella and the Rambling String Band.
Did you ever wonder why all we do is sit and cry? Could it be that your baby's left and gone? Your happy days are through, memories are no use to you. Now you've got the blues for your own. You walk through the night and you wonder, oh, sing yourself a sad, lonesome song. In time your pain will end, till then you've got a friend. Now you've got the blues for your own. In time your pain will end. Till then you've got a friend. Now you've got the blues for your own.
The music you were just listening to is entitled Blues of Your Own, provided by Runaway Train Bluegrass Band. To learn more, you can visit online at runawaytrainbluegrass.com.
What if you got rewarded for every good decision? What if your heart had a special way of letting you know it appreciates your healthy choices?
I've got to get my family to eat more vegetables.
Amazing!
And instead of cooking with butter tonight, I think I'll saute our veggies with heart-healthy oil.
You're a genius!
So really, would your food choices pay off in heart health? Did you know that when you replace bad fats with healthier fats, like those in canola or other vegetable oils, it can lower bad cholesterol levels, and that's good for your heart. Here's a winning idea. Take up the challenge for good health, because the you of the future will say,
Fantastic!
Learn more at heart.org/facethefats. Canola Info proudly supports the American Heart Association's Face the Fats campaign.